So as far as BR is concerned, we went through three major phases.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
The first phase was when we opened our doors. We were from a small place. It was like a dance studio. We had hardwood floors. So after years of living and training in Thailand, I finally moved back to LA, and me and my partner continued to run a small studio where we were able to teach students Muay Thai, fitness kickboxing, and even kids classes. We started with a 1,200 square foot studio, which was very small, but it's a good way to just get started. Everything was sort of experimental because Muay Thai wasn't mainstream yet, and a lot of people were not familiar with Muay Thai. We had to educate people and offer other classes as well, like kickboxing classes, just so it's not intimidating for beginners to try out our classes and stuff. And it was good because we've had a lot of students come our way with different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different preferences. It allowed us to share our knowledge to just about everyone that walked through our doors. And this was a great way to get started and just spread the word and offer these classes. Even though our place was small, it was really functional in terms of just having enough people in there to train, to sweat, to get a good workout, and to learn about Muay Thai. Everything was still sort of underground, and to some degree it still kind of is, but it was really very underground back then as far as Muay Thai was concerned. So we had to try to make it more accessible to everyone and offer sort of more mainstream courses and stuff like that. Develop this sort of group of people that really just enjoyed what it is we were sharing to them. And Muay Thai was pretty much underground around this time. Think about how it was with Muay Boran. Really, nobody really knew about Muay Boran at this time. So eventually what we did, we started to have these public demonstrations to educate the public about Muay Boran. We started showing Muay Boran in like schools, parks, festivals, and events. Whenever we had an opportunity, we showed some of the Muay Boran techniques to just kind of get people interested, curious, and perhaps even inquire about this ancient art. Eventually, we started to generate a little bit more interest in Muay Boran. So basically, when we moved to a bigger place, then Muay Boran became officially part of the curriculum for us. Phase two was when we moved to a bigger place, twice the size of the original spot. It was more about teaching both the Muay Thai and Muay Boran. This was phase two. Initially, when we started teaching Muay Boran, even when we made it official in 2009, there was really nobody asking about this ancient art. And so we really had to educate the public in terms of doing these public demonstrations and even doing in-house demos in our own school. Try to see if those who are doing Muay Thai would be interested in also doing the Muay Boran curriculum. And this is really how it all started for us. Because like I said, back then, no one was really asking about Muay Boran. And it was good because this was the period when we were able to establish our curriculum, develop it even further, just see how it worked with students, see the progress that they were getting with stuff that we were showing in terms of Muay Thai, Muay Boran, working on all the basics, all the things that they need to do to get to the next level. And you could see the results because our students who got to the higher levels, especially level 4 and up, were very proficient in not just having solid foundation, but being able to defend properly, cover up, not get hurt, roll when they need to, and just do all the transitions that we do in Muay Boran. And that's the thing, as I mentioned before, it's not enough to just watch lessons online or just do a few techniques and say that it's Muay Boran, because Muay Boran is a very comprehensive system. And that was the joy of teaching a variety of students, because they come from different backgrounds, different skill sets, and just different personalities. And it just brought all of us together in a way where it was more enjoyable teaching students who appreciated what they were getting. And it didn't matter what kind of background they had before or if they had any background, as long as they were enjoying what we were teaching them and they were learning and they were getting the benefits of their training. Our school environment and our training environment was always positive. And so it was a time where we really got to solidify our methodology in Muay Boran. Then in phase 3, we decided to sort of go back to our roots and teach more of the martial art aspect of Muay Thai, which is predominantly Muay Boran, because it's more martial arts in terms of Muay Thai, but we still have the Muay Thai because it obviously adds the effectiveness and the practicality of everything that we teach. So after all these years of teaching students in person, we finally decided that we were going to open Muay Boran Academy online to offer everybody an opportunity to see what these Muay Boran techniques are all about. And this started in 2017 because we wanted to finally expose and educate the world with our knowledge of Muay Boran. And so we developed these lessons that we post usually on a weekly basis, just to give our audience an idea and a way to learn more about Muay Boran. That's really how we started to introduce our lessons to the whole world for Muay Boran. And again, I think I've mentioned this in another episode, that these are really considered introductory lessons or mini lessons because they're only about a minute or 2 minutes average. And the goal for this is really to introduce people with what Muay Boran is all about. And you can add this to whatever foundation you have, whether it's Muay Thai or another martial arts system. But it's not going to be complete Muay Boran system unless everything else is learned. What I mean by that is the foundational lessons, fundamentals, stance, footwork, all the drilling, and everything involved in making these techniques sort of part of your Muay Boran system.
Muay Thai as a martial art. We don't just teach Muay Thai as a sport. It is a complete system. Everything we do, including from ancient to modern Muay Thai to everything else involved in it, is truly unique. And
in summary, these are just the 3 major phases of our school's evolution, from all the years we've spent training and opening our school to the public, then finally making Muay Boran official in 2009 as we went ahead and opened the bigger place, and then eventually 2017 when we created a YouTube channel for Muay Boran Academy to share Muay Boran techniques to the whole world. So now we are still in the 3rd phase where we are still posting videos to everyone. Although these are just introductory lessons, as I mentioned, because they're very short, we will provide more material in the future, including more fundamentals, basics breakdown, other parts of training, which includes drills, transitions, and fighting concepts to make your Muay Boran training more complete. And so bear with us as we continue to provide you with authentic Muay Boran training straight from the source.